being versus doing as a physical. And so part of this energy type framework is going to be this concept of being versus doing, which I'm going to disconnect from the masculine and feminine known energies. Historically, traditionally, as we've been taught, the feminine is the emotional and the spiritual components that are who we are. And that is supposed to be, as we're taught, what we are being. And that the actions, the movement, the masculine is the physical and the mental. And when this whole understanding came to be, I was seeing that we need to disconnect being versus doing, feminine versus masculine, emotional, spiritual, and physical, mental. And when I disconnected it, what I saw is that a physical person, their beingness, is the physical, who they are, who they came here to be. The easiest thing in the world for them to do is to move. And so their beingness is that physical mental connection. The information comes in and they take action. They know and they move and they trust their bodies first. And that is who they are. The doing, or the masculine, so to speak, is the other line, is the emotional and the spiritual. And I talked about this a little bit in the previous video, but the emotional work and the spiritual work is the harder work for a physical person. It is the one that takes effort. It is the challenges. It is the things that seem to come up time and time and time again for the physical person. My son is only 8 years old, but working with his emotions so he doesn't go physically hit somebody every time he's upset is a big challenge for a physical person because everything is so big. And that's the work. And if a physical person is in a female body and they've been taught that in order to be feminine and to be in their beingness, they need to be emotional and spiritual, they're going to be working really freaking hard on emotional and spiritual and completely ignoring who they truly are. And they likely will be exhausted and frustrated and not able to manifest what they believe they should be able to manifest. They don't work like the other feminine archetypes because they're not. They can be 100% feminine when they are in their beingness as the physical, mental human that they are. And so a physical primary person must recognize that that's the first and most important connection for them. That beingness, the action taker, I trust my body and I move when my body says, and I don't when my body says not to. That's how they will be the most connected to self while they are able to do the harder doing action work of the emotional labor and the spiritual information and connections and spiritual work that they're here to do as well. So being is the feminine, and for the physical person, the feminine is the physical, and the doing, or the masculine work for the physical, is the spiritual and the emotional. I'll see you in the next video.